While many NBA legends choose oceanfront mansions and Hollywood lights, Karl Malone went back to Louisiana, where red dirt, wooden fences, and hard labor still define a man's worth. This video isn't just a tour of a ranch stretching across hundreds of acres. It's a look into the life of an NBA Iron Man shaped by poverty, forged by discipline, and driven by a work ethic that never learned how to quit. And to understand why he lives this way today, we have to start where that mindset was built, at the very beginning of his career. Karl Malone was born on July 24, 1963 in Summerfield, Louisiana, the youngest of 9 children in a family where survival came before dreams. His father, Shedrick Hay, left the household to start another family, and when Karl was just 3 years old, his father died by suicide. That absence shaped everything. Raised by his mother Shirley on a farm, Malone learned early that nothing arrived gently. Food came from labor, discipline came from routine, and respect came from doing the work every single day. Life in rural Louisiana wasn't romantic. It was chores before sunrise, hunting for food, and long days that built both muscle and patience. Basketball entered his life not as an escape, but as an extension of work. At Summerfield High School, Malone didn't just play, he dominated. He led his team to 3 consecutive state championships, standing out not with flair, but with strength, endurance, and an unshakable presence in the paint. After high school, Malone stayed close to home, enrolling at Louisiana Tech University. Even then, nothing came easy. Academic struggles kept him off the court during his freshman year, a setback that could have ended the story early. Instead, it hardened him. When he finally earned his place, Malone didn't just play, he transformed the program, leading Louisiana Tech to its first ever NCAA tournament appearance. By the time he left college, scouts saw a player built differently: raw, powerful, and relentless. In the 1985 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz selected Malone 13th overall. He wasn't a headline pick. He wasn't expected to change a franchise. But from the start, he worked. By his second season, he was already carrying the offense, leading the team in scoring in 24 of 29 games during a critical stretch in 1987. As the years passed, Malone evolved from a promising rookie into the backbone of the Jazz offense, earning his first All-Star and All-NBA selections in 1988, the beginning of a remarkable 14-year All-Star streak. That same year, Malone signed a 10-year contract worth $18 million, a major commitment that signaled Utah's belief in his durability. The following season, he averaged the second highest points per game in the league, trailing only Michael Jordan. His scoring peaked with a career-high 61-point performance in 1990, but numbers were never the full story. Malone's true value was availability. He showed up, night after night, season after season. Throughout the 1990s, Malone became synonymous with consistency. He played every game of the 1993-94 season, powering the Jazz to the Western Conference Finals. The following year, Utah recorded a historic 60-win season. In 1996, Malone renewed his contract, rejoined the U.S. Olympic team, and captured another gold medal. That same year, he was named NBA Most Valuable Player, validating a career built not on flash, but on force and reliability. Malone remained elite deep into his late 30s. In 2003, chasing the one prize missing from his resume, he joined the Los Angeles Lakers for a final run at a championship. The team reached the NBA Finals, but fell to the Detroit Pistons. It would be his last season. In February 2005, Malone officially announced his retirement. By the end of his career, he had won 2 MVP awards, earned numerous All-Star selections, and became the oldest player to record a triple-double and start in an NBA Finals game at age 40. Even after retirement, Malone stayed connected to the game, working with Louisiana Tech and later serving as a coach with the Utah Jazz. In 2022, he was ranked 16th on the Athletics list of the 75 greatest players in NBA history. But for Karl Malone, basketball was never the destination. It was the proof. And once the noise faded, he returned to the place that shaped him most. To truly understand who he is today, we now step onto the land where his strength finally slows down. Louisiana Ranch. Where strength finally slows down. He went back to northern Louisiana, close to Summerfield, where he was born, and near Ruston, where the land still speaks the language he understands best. This ranch is not a reward for success. The estate stretches across approximately 454 acres, unfolding like a working map of rural America. Dry pastures roll into fenced meadows. Woodlands thicken along the edges. Ponds sit quietly between natural elevations and rugged cliffs shaped by time rather than landscaping crews. Miles of established trails cut through the property, built for horseback riding, long walks, and UTV rides that trace the land's natural rhythm. Nothing here feels ornamental. Every acre serves a purpose. This is a ranch designed for real use. Cattle farming, horse riding, serious hunting. White-tailed deer and turkey move freely across the property, making it not just scenic, but alive. There's also access to water for boating, offering another layer of outdoor life that fits naturally into the setting. Some mornings are built around work, others are built around silence. Both feel equally earned. Set deep within the land, perched along a hillside with panoramic views, sits the main residence. A bespoke 5,657 square foot ranch house that blends rustic craftsmanship with modern comfort. From the outside, it feels grounded and restrained, never imposing itself on the landscape. Step inside, and the scale reveals itself slowly. Soaring ceilings open the living spaces upward, while premium recycled oak floors and hand-carved wooden beams bring weight and warmth underfoot. The house doesn't impress loudly, it settles in. 5 fireplaces are placed throughout the home, anchoring each major living area with a sense of permanence. The main spaces flow together seamlessly, allowing the home to shift easily between daily family life and larger gatherings. Large windows frame uninterrupted views of the surrounding land, turning pastures and tree lines into living artwork that changes with the seasons. Inside and outside remain constantly connected. The layout includes 3 spacious bedrooms, multiple dining areas, a private gym, and a dedicated study. Every room feels intentional, built for comfort and longevity rather than display. A heated game room offers space to unwind, while the home's most telling details appear in its practical design choices. A high-tech pet door is built directly into the laundry and storage room. There is a separate dog bathroom, a fenced yard, and an adjacent 2-car garage. These features don't aim to impress guests. They exist to support daily life. Every corner of the home reflects efficiency and thoughtfulness. Storage is where it needs to be. Movement through the house feels natural. Nothing interrupts the flow. This is a place designed for someone who values systems, routine, and order, the same principles that defined Malone's playing career. Outside, the ranch opens fully into the lifestyle he chose after basketball. Early mornings spent checking land and livestock. Long rides through open fields. Quiet afternoons broken only by wind through trees or distant movement across the water. This is not isolation. It is space with meaning. After decades of physical dominance, this ranch represents the first chapter where strength no longer has to perform. It simply exists, steady and unchallenged, rooted in land that mirrors the man who built his life on reliability. And while this property anchors his days, the story continues beyond the fence lines, following the vehicles he trusts to move through this landscape with the same balance of power and purpose. Cars. For Karl Malone, cars are chosen the same way he approached basketball, by function, force, and reliability, not applause. The Toyota Tacoma fits the rhythm of his mornings. Compact and sure-footed, it threads easily through dirt roads and narrow ranch paths. Its V6 hum stays measured, suspension working quietly beneath the frame as gravel clicks against the undercarriage. The stance is practical, the lines clean, the steering direct. This is the truck that starts before sunrise, stops wherever the land asks, and never complains. It's discipline on four wheels. The Toyota Tundra carries more weight, literally and metaphorically. Wider shoulders, a taller posture, and an engine note that settles into a deep, confident rumble the moment it turns over. Built to tow, haul, and cover distance, the Tundra moves with torque-first authority rather than speed. On long stretches of open road, it feels planted and calm, absorbing miles the way Malone absorbed contact in the paint. It doesn't rush. It endures. Then there's the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, and the tone shifts. Low, wide, and unapologetically aggressive, the Hellcat is emotion with an engine. The supercharged V8 ignites with a sharp, metallic bark that echoes across empty pavement. The hood stretches long and tense, the body sculpted like a clenched muscle. Press the throttle and the response is immediate, a surge that pins sound and motion together, raw and unmistakable. This isn't about transport. It's about release. Power expressed, not explained. And if his vehicles reveal how he moves through life, the next question is harder to hear over the engines. How did decades of consistency turn into lasting financial strength? That answer lives in the numbers and the choices behind them. Income and net worth. For Karl Malone, wealth never arrived in one explosive moment. It accumulated the same way his career did, steadily, season after season, built on reliability. Today, his net worth is estimated at around $60 million, a figure that reflects endurance more than excess. Across 19 NBA seasons, from 1985 to 2004, Malone earned approximately $104 to $105 million in salary alone, a staggering number for his era and equivalent to nearly $200 million in today's dollars. His contracts were rarely flashy headlines, but they were substantial and consistent. The most notable came in 1999 when he signed a 4-year, $66.5 million deal with the Utah Jazz, followed by a peak single-season salary of about $19.2 million in 2002 to 2003. He wasn't paid for hype. He was paid because he showed up every night, without fail. Beyond the court, Malone quietly capitalized on his reputation. Endorsement deals with brands like Nike, Coca-Cola, Powerade, and Visa added tens of millions more to his earnings. These partnerships weren't built on personality or controversy, but on trust. As a 2-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, and Olympic gold medalist, Malone represented consistency, a brand image companies were comfortable aligning with for years, not months. Retirement didn't slow his income. It redirected it. A significant portion of Malone's wealth today comes from his post-NBA business ventures, most notably the Karl Malone Auto Group. Through dealerships representing Toyota, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and specialty vehicles across Utah, Louisiana, and other states, Malone built a blue-collar business empire rooted in volume and service rather than speculation. He also invested in franchise operations, including Arby's, Burger King, and Jiffy Lube, businesses chosen for stability, repeat customers, and long-term cash flow. Malone treated money the same way he treated basketball: protect it, manage it, and let time do the work. And with that foundation firmly in place, his focus eventually turned outward toward giving back. Because for Karl Malone, the final measure of success wasn't what he kept, but what he chose to pass on. Philanthropy. Raised with very little in rural Louisiana, Malone never lost sight of what scarcity feels like. That memory shaped the way he chose to help others, quietly, consistently, and without spectacle. His most enduring philanthropic effort is the Karl Malone Foundation for Children, established in 1997. The foundation was born from deeply personal experiences, particularly Malone's visits to sick children at Primary Children's Medical Center in Utah. One relationship, with a young leukemia patient who later passed away, left a lasting impression on him. Rather than turning away from that pain, Malone turned it into purpose. The foundation focuses on supporting children and families facing medical hardship, poverty, and instability, raising funds through events and private contributions rather than public campaigns. Over the years, the foundation has provided support to underprivileged children and partnered with organizations dedicated to helping disadvantaged youth. The work isn't episodic. It's steady. Much like Malone's playing career, the impact comes from showing up repeatedly, not from one grand gesture. Hunger relief became another long-term priority. In 2021, Malone announced a lifetime partnership with the Utah Food Bank, committing both his time and his businesses to supporting food distribution efforts. During the COVID-19 pandemic, this partnership expanded, helping families facing sudden unemployment and food insecurity. The approach was practical: provide meals, stabilize households, and reduce pressure where it mattered most. Children's health care remained close to his heart. Malone continued regular visits to Primary Children's Health Center, reinforcing the personal connection that originally inspired his foundation. His involvement extended beyond donations, offering visibility and morale to families navigating some of the hardest moments of their lives. Youth development also played a central role in his giving. Malone has supported programs like the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, particularly those focused on education, mentorship, and structured activities for at-risk youth. He also organized and supported the Utah Special Olympics, helping provide resources and attention to athletes often overlooked. His philanthropy reached into underserved communities as well. Malone donated $200,000 to aid the Navajo Nation, supported schools for homeless children, and contributed to emergency services such as the Western Fire Department. These efforts earned him recognition, including placement on Sporting News' list of the 99 Good Guys in Sports and the Henry B. Iba Award, honors that reflect character more than celebrity. Closer to home, Malone stayed deeply connected to his roots. He raised funds for wildfire victims in El Dorado, Arkansas, famously selling homemade jambalaya to support affected families. In 2025, he donated $100,000 to the Murphy Arts District in El Dorado, and he has consistently supported Louisiana Tech University, including a $350,000 contribution to its athletic programs. There are also quieter efforts: support for water security initiatives abroad, education programs, and community projects in Utah and Louisiana that rarely make headlines. That's intentional. Malone has never needed credit to give. For him, philanthropy isn't about redemption or recognition. It's about responsibility. And when the cameras turn off and the charity work pauses, the story narrows inward, toward family, faith, and the private life he protects just as fiercely as his legacy. Personal life. Malone married Kay Kinsey, former Miss Idaho, USA, 1988, on December 24, 1990. Their marriage has lasted more than 3 decades, a rare constant in the world of professional sports. Over the years, Malone has openly marked personal milestones, including publicly celebrating Kinsey's 50th birthday in 2014. Kinsey has remained closely involved in family life, contributing to local publications and focusing on home, faith, and raising their children together. Their household reflects a blend of belief systems and mutual respect. Malone is a Southern Baptist, while Kinsey and their children are Catholic, a difference that never became a dividing line. Together, they raised 4 children: daughters Katie, Kylie, and Carly, and son Karl Jr., known as KJ. KJ followed his own athletic path, playing football at LSU and earning an invitation to the NFL Combine in 2018. Athletics remained present in the family. but never at the expense of structure or discipline. Yet Malone's personal history also includes chapters that are far more difficult. In 1998, tabloid reports brought attention to earlier paternity lawsuits. It was later confirmed that Malone had fathered twins with Benita Ford, a woman from his hometown, when both were teenagers. It was also confirmed that he fathered a child with Gloria Bell, who was underage at the time. These cases were settled under confidentiality agreements, and for many years, Malone did not maintain relationships with those children. With time, distance, and reflection, that changed. Malone later reconciled with his estranged children. His twins went on to play basketball at Louisiana Tech, his alma mater, and his son with Bell reached the NFL. These reconciliations did not erase the past, but they marked a shift toward responsibility rather than avoidance, an acknowledgement that accountability does not always arrive early, but it still matters when it does. Away from public scrutiny, Malone's lifestyle mirrors the man he became after basketball. He enjoys hunting and fishing, finding calm in environments where patience and attention matter more than speed. He also owned a riverside summer home in Alaska, a place defined by isolation, water, and silence, the opposite of packed arenas and constant travel. Malone has also been associated with conservative civic involvement, including serving on the board of directors of the National Rifle Association. Like many aspects of his life, this reflected his personal values rather than a desire for public approval. Thank you for spending your time with us and for continuing to support these deep dives into the lives behind the fame. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your presence here is what keeps these stories alive.